Hi everyone, let's talk books, and my background is a total mess. I just wanted to quickly acknowledge it. We're in the middle of bolting down these bookshelves to the wall because I live in California where there are earthquakes and we don't want any of these books to fall on anyone, including my two little doggies. So yeah, today I want to share though my February TBR. I've actually been doing really well at keeping up with reading quite a bit. So I don't know. I don't love doing TBRs because I end up sometimes going off script. So that's the only caveat, or this, asterisk on this video, is that I'm not sure if I will read these exact books, but I don't know, I'm pretty reasonably confident that I will be reading these books. So the first I'm going to go get from the library, so I don't have it yet, and it's called Her Last Breath by Linda Castillo, and I just heard about it from Jessie's Shelf, and she gave it a good rating, and it's about a detective basically in an Amish community, and it sounded really interesting. I don't really need to know too much. I'm really into detective mystery thriller stories right now, so that one sounded really good, and I'm gonna go pick it up from my library. The other one that I heard about from Jessie's Shelf is Heartsick, which I now have in audiobook, and that's why I will need to put up a picture. But this one, again, I just know what I heard from her recent video, which I will link down below. But it's about a detective and a serial killer, and their relationship, it seems like. It's a big series, and it sounds kind of dark, kind of creepy, and I'm all for that. So I'm going to be reading it. I already have it on ebook through Overdrive. So that's actually going to be next on, that's the very next book that I'm reading in February. I'm also going to be reading An Unseen Attraction, also on ebook. I found it through Overdrive. It's by KJ Charles, and I heard about this one from Squibbles Reads. I'm sure other people have talked about it. She's just the one that I heard about it, and she's talked about it several different times in a couple of different videos. So I finally just went ahead and got it because it sounds really interesting. It deals with issues of kind of sexuality and friendship. It looks like it's in the 19th century, and it's a century that I really like studying. So it looks like a very interesting book. So great. Another book that I'll be reading on ebook is Megan Cabot's Size 12 is Not Fat. This is a book that was recommended to me by one of the ladies in my book club, and I've been meaning to pick it up for forever. And it's available through Overdrive, so I'm going to go ahead and pick it up from them. The next book I will also be reading on ebook. Do you see a trend here? Yeah, I've been doing a lot of ebook reading because I find that it's the easiest way for me to read in bed, because I can just read it on my phone, and it's easier than getting like a light and holding a physical copy when I don't want to bother my boyfriend. But alright, the next book I'll be reading on ebook is Ceremony in Death by J.D. Robb. It's part of the In Death series that I started recently. This is book number 5, and I am kind of excited to see where Eve and Rourke's story progresses. I am also currently listening to an audiobook. I am commuting to work. So audiobooks are my best friends when I have what can be somewhere between an hour and 2-hour drive, depending on traffic. Yeah, these are one of the bad things about living in the LA area. But I'm currently listening to Sandra Brown's Primetime, and I'm listening to that one, and after I'm done with that one, the one I will be listening to is Thin Air by Robert B. Parker. These audiobooks I've been borrowing from my boyfriend's dad, and so I've just been picking from his collection these kind of random ones that sound a little bit interesting. I don't know much about this one other than it's about a detective story. Let's see, it's at New England college campus, LA sports clubs. I don't know. We'll see. I'm really into detective stories, so I'm sure this will be fine. And then lastly, another book that I will be reading in February is Crazy Rich Asians by Kevin Kwan. This is the book that we chose for my book club this month, and so I'm really excited to read this. One of the ladies in my book club has already read it, and she said that it's hilarious. Be careful about reading it in public because you'll be laughing out loud and annoying everybody. So I picked this up in hard copy. It was actually, the ebook was cheaper, but I don't know, this one seemed like one that I wanted to have in my bookshelf, and they're going to be making they made a movie based on the book that will be coming out recently, and that is why I suggested it for the book club, because it sounds really cool, interesting premise, and I am hoping that I really like this one. So I will probably be reading more than these books in February, at least I hope so. But this is my way of kind of figuring out if I need to be doing these like as weekly TBRs, as monthly TBRs, or what is going to be more what's going to be easier, more accurate. I'm not sure for me to do on here. But anyway, this is the list for February. In addition, I should say, I already finished one book in February, and that was Roxane Gay's Hunger. That I believe you will be seeing a reading vlog of it. If it's already up, I'll go ahead and link it below, because I just finished that one. But yeah, if you have any suggestions for other books that I maybe should be picking up this month, leave them down below. As you can tell, I'm really interested in kind of a series, like detective series, set at any point. So I will take any and all suggestions. But that is it for me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.